Yo, what's going on, everyone? Heading up the road, storm chasing, long distance storm chasing this time. I'm between Columbia and Spartanburg, so I'm going to get to most of the action pretty late, but the plan currently right now is to get west of the Apps, see what's going on after that. Currently a nasty line of storms moving back through Kentucky and Tennessee right now. It's probably going to start popping off tornado warnings if it's not already pretty soon. I'm going to work towards that line as it works towards me, see what that's all about, and then watch how any kind of discrete supercell activity gets going in Missouri and surrounding states, and then eventually it's going to ultimately grow upscale, and then that's going to work towards me also. So the plan is just to basically chase all that. I'm definitely going to get west of the Apps. So yeah, it's going to be a grind. We're going to see what happens overnight as that low-level jet does kick up, promotes the tornado threat most likely that's going to be embedded in that line of storms that ultimately is going to sweep through that region. After all that, somewhere along the line, get some rest, work back east of the Apps, and then see what happens tomorrow in the Mid-Atlantic, North Carolina, wherever it ends up happening. So this time I'm not alone. 99% of the time I do chase alone, but I'm very happy to have my cousin with me. This is David.
What's up, guys?
And as we drove down Interstate 40, I really started to think the storms were chasing us as we encountered two severe thunderstorms as we went across the North Carolina mountains.
Never thought.
Eventually, we got west of the Appalachian Mountains, where we got into eastern Tennessee, where I was already eyeballing a couple strong to severe storms out ahead of us once again. I was watching this one specific storm just east of Knoxville that had some broad rotation to it, and in fact, once upon a time, it was tornado warned, but never had a confirmed tornado. But I did think it was a good time just to get out the car, stretch our legs a little bit, and check out this storm. And as we continue to head west, the Storm Prediction Center dropped their afternoon update, upgrading the enhanced risk to a moderate risk in the red area you see on your screen, which was a level 4 out of 5. This was for an increased wind and tornado threat. The wind outlook on your screen in the pink was a 45% chance of winds exceeding 55 to 60 miles per hour within 25 miles in any given location. The black outline region, a 10% chance of winds exceeding 75 miles per hour or higher. This was your tornado outlook, and the red was a 15% chance of a tornado within 25 miles in any given location, with also a risk of a strong tornado, EF3 or higher. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Hope you guys are doing well, staying safe. Wanted to make my third storm chasing update video here. It's around 7 p.m. Central Time. I'm in uncharted territory. We've never been, and I've never been in Central Tennessee. My cousin David hasn't either. So it's always cool driving in areas you've never been before, even though that's awfully unimpressive. That I live in Columbia, South Carolina, and have never been to Nashville, Tennessee, but that's where we currently are at, or at least getting into. So we do have a target area. You know, this entire time we really haven't had a target area. Our target area is going to be western to central Kentucky right now, where they've just issued a tornado watch for several strong tornadoes being likely. So if you live in that area, you're tuning in, it's about to go downhill. There's already been confirmed tornadoes in Missouri, and I believe in western Kentucky, where they have, I think that's southern Illinois, where they actually have a damaging tornado currently, from what they're saying. So it's already been very active. It'll continue to be active. So things are about to get really dicey as the sun sets here in Kentucky and Tennessee and surrounding states overnight. Stay tuned. I'll keep you guys updated, and we'll see what we can get. You guys stay safe. And as we continue on our journey, you would have never thought we were heading towards a tornado outbreak with a clear, beautiful evening sunset over the city of Nashville. But as we got west of the city, you started to see the tops of the supercells we were heading towards, and we knew things were going to go downhill fast. As we got west of Nashville, we started to head up Interstate 24, which takes you into western Kentucky, as we started to stare down this nasty supercell that already was tornado warned. In fact, eventually it had a tornado emergency, which meant there was a damaging tornado on the ground. As we got closer to this storm, we veered off on Highway 139, which took us just south of Princeton, Kentucky, where eventually we had visual on this tornado and was about to see something that we probably would never forget. Oh, it's, wait, dude, oh man, it looks. Now we couldn't 100% confirm what we were seeing in the moment, but after we pulled over to the side of the road, looked over the video and froze it where the lightning lit up the storm, there it was, the tornado, which really took us by surprise because we didn't think we'd have a good visual on this storm so far away, and the fact that it was nighttime. But I think the fact that we were in an open field really helped us get a good view of this storm. And speaking of that open field, one of the most eerie things about this entire chase was where I filmed that video you just watched of the tornado Sunday night. That was in the exact path of the EF3 tornado that went through this area in December 2021. Yes, I'm talking about the one that hit Mayfield, Kentucky. Here's a Google shot of my location where I actually filmed the video just south of Princeton, which is an area that got hit very hard by the tornado in 2021. Luckily, this one actually went north of the area.
11 o'clock to the west.
And as you can tell from the last video, we hopped on Interstate 69. Well, we just couldn't get clear confirmation on what we were seeing, even though we were pretty sure there was a tornado out ahead of us based off the velocity scan from the radar you see on your screen, which indicated very tight rotation with the storm just north of us. I mean, literally right off the interstate. And what pretty much confirmed the tornado was the correlation coefficient, which you see the blue dial on your screen indicated debris getting lofted from the tornado in the upper levels of the atmosphere.
Is it straight ahead?
Yeah, it's right over to our left, 11 o'clock. Getting hit by an outflow. How was it? Transform. It's gonna be right over there.
Where?
Right over there. There's trees in front of it now. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. I couldn't see anything in those videos, so I went back through the videos and paused it where the lightning lit up the sky. And sure enough, there's the tornado. If you still can't see it, here's an arrow pointing to it. Now, on this next picture, this is most likely where the tornado was hitting something like a transformer, which further lit up the sky, which was pretty wild to see in person. The entire time I was thinking, what would this look like during the daylight? But at the same time, I was very disheartened knowing that a lot of people knew about this tornado but couldn't visibly see it that lived in the path of it. After the adrenaline of the chase settled down, it was time to head on out of there. But those backcountry roads really made it hard after the storms done went through.
Back
Western Kentucky country road, man. After all that, we got about 3 hours of sleep, woke up the next morning to some beautiful Tennessee skies, and had a decision to make. We were going to stick to the original plan, drive to North Carolina, chase storms that afternoon and evening, or we're going to take it back to the house. And ultimately we decided it was time to go home. We were both very exhausted, and honestly I missed the heck out of my little girls and my wife. So that's what we did. We took it back over those Tennessee and North Carolina mountains and took it on back home to South Carolina. I appreciate y'all watching this video. Our thoughts and prayers are out to everybody in Kentucky, and not just Kentucky, but everybody affected by this nasty severe weather over the last several weeks and couple months. God bless all y'all.